At Exhibit, we have enjoyed the finest in technology, automobile and lifestyle. And today we have the pinnacle of automobile. We have the Lamborghini Huracan EVO RWD, which RWD means rear wheel drive, which means this is a monster, this is a dinosaur. If you don't tame it and give it all the respect, it will disseminate you. We have a cap in kilometer, and if you're expecting us to do something like this, nah, unfortunately we can't do that. But we have done something interesting like this. Now you may hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon while we continuously gauge at this beautifully sculpted automobile. You know, Lamborghini says that it's been inspired from a shark. I would say that if Michelangelo was alive today, he would be inspired from this and draw his own artifacts. This is a beautifully done, completely work of art, you know. It's like a shark eye. I would say that it's a shark eye. Completely angry, looking at you. In the night when you switch it on and the light get on, people are scared. It's a fierce machine. The design is very aerodynamic. There's nothing to pick up here. The brake calipers is gorgeous. I mean, there's a lot of science and history and mechanical behind it, but I would say this simply looks mind-blowing. You can keep looking at it, and you look at it even more. You have to spend some more money for this calipers. Now this is the rear. The rear looks like a spacecraft, doesn't it? And this is the diffuser. This is what separates the four-wheel drive from the rear-wheel drive. There's nothing much to spot, and it looks very beautiful. Now do you want to see how a V10 5.2 liter churning out 602 brake horsepower looks like? Come, I'll show you. This is what the engine is. You know, this is one of the last naturally aspirated engines that we see here. And this is what can get Michelangelo back from the graveyard. And if you pick this out and keep it in a museum, it will be up for grabs just like a Picasso painting. This is the engine. You know, the Lamborghini also says that they only sell the engines, everything else is a freebie. And we don't complain because the engine is the heart and soul of the Lamborghini. This is what makes the car. This is what you pay for. This is what drives you nuts. This is what drives you insane. And this is a rocket ship. The moment I put my foot down on this V10 naturally aspirated, it screams behind my head. It's so tempting, and you know, the ceiling, which normally takes about 4 minutes to cross, can be done really in a matter of seconds. This is a beast. It's a dinosaurus. The 5.2 liter fierce engine mid-mounted, which can rev up to 8,000 RPM. And when you give it that rear wheel drive, this becomes a complete monster. It's like riding a bull. If you lose grip, the bull will rage you over. There's no chance for that. Now there are three modes in this. Strada, Italian for street, which means basically the suspension is soft. It's more at leisure. It's like everyday driving. Then there is Sport, which means ready to play. The suspension gets more harder. The steering gives you better control. And then there is Corsa. Italian meaning not important. It basically converts the Lamborghini into a rocket, into a jet, into a fighter jet, ready to swallow anything which comes on its way. Just like this. We are in the Corsa mode right now. You can see, you can hear the engine noise. Now, the thing with four-wheel driving system is that if something goes wrong, it will sort itself out. You know, it will take control. It will just guide you where you have to go. But with the rear wheel, it won't. You have to treat it with a lot of respect. Now, truth be told, the Lamborghini will be parked outside a Michelin star restaurant, outside the 5-star hotel. It will be your weekend car. It will be driven early in the morning. It will go for a supercar parades. It handles very well on turns. It really can corner itself very well. Only thing that I find is that the entire controls is in the steering wheel. So, which is good and bad, and the steering is beautiful to grip. I mean, once you straddle the steering is different, that you don't want to leave it, but it can really completely awe you with this sense of touchback feedback mechanism. There is nothing to complain about. I mean, you can't be really nitpicking when you're driving a Lamborghini. It's got specially tuned PTCS traction control with drive modes. Nothing more you can ask for. The best part is that the suspension goes up. You can lift the suspension up to 60 km, and it will give you a more ground clearance. Not that you can really go off-roading with this, but it isn't enough to, I mean, so far we haven't hit any pothole, hit any speed breakers. It's glided through everything just the way it should be. And of course, you're driving the best part of the town. And of course, when you have a car like this, you don't go to the other parts of the town. You have other cars to do that. The chassis is a blend of carbon aluminum fibers, so are the mirrors, and the central tub where I'm sitting is also on carbon fiber. The seats are very, very well cushioned. Your friends in the supercar groups might have the all-wheel drive version, but with this you buy the bragging rights. Buying an RWD is making a statement. You tell the world you are ready to handle over 600 bhp tearing away at the back wheels. You are ready to play with the big boys, and that is just what this is. This is you taking out the side wheels off your bicycle. This is you entering the big league.